Hello everyone, we're going to make an Easter egg today. Here's my example. I know that not everyone has the same supplies. If you do have watercolors, this is technically a watercolor project, but you can color it with whatever supplies you have available to you. I'm going through the directions with the intent of using the watercolor. However, if you want to make an egg, just design it the way you can. The first step is to draw a large egg shape on a piece of paper with a pencil. And I want you to try to make this egg shape as big as you can. If it's a little bit off, that's fine. If you need to trace it in Sharpie to make it easier to see, you can. You don't have to. Now I'm going to use either a white crayon or a white oil pastel to create designs. These designs will be invisible until we put the paint on. Some of you might have done something similar using the egg dyeing kits for Easter that come with a little bit of wax. The wax is what causes the paint or the dye to not stick wherever you put it. So I'm creating my invisible design in white. If you want to use colored crayons or colored oil pastels too, you can. I did a little bit of an example with both the crayon and the oil pastel so that you can really see the difference between the two of them when you paint. The oil pastel is a little bit stronger than the crayon, so if you have crayons, I recommend going over your lines more than once and pressing a little bit harder, because the oil pastel, being a little bit thicker of a material, it is more successful at blocking out the paint than the crayon is. So most of my designs are done in oil pastel, and right now you can just barely see them in the video. Some of you might not be able to see them at all unless you look very, very closely. After I apply these designs, then I need to think about what colors I want to use to paint this. If you do not have paint, then just go ahead, use your oil pastels, crayons, markers, color pencils, anything to add color to your egg. When I do add the paint though, I'm starting with my favorite color, purple, and I'm mixing a little bit of water into the paint and gently sweeping it across my invisible design. And it shows up as soon as the paint goes across it. I'm going to start mixing in other colors too, because I don't want it to just be one color. In fact, when I dye eggs at home with my family, usually my eggs are the most colorfully decorated Easter eggs. And I remember we would always eat them in the morning for breakfast before church. So sometimes I'd have a little bit of color on my fingertips for the whole day because of how colorful my Easter eggs were. Now, if you have a color that you really like and you want to use, you can also use your watercolor set to mix. That's what I have done here. I made a purpley red so that I could have kind of an in-between of red and purple, because I didn't want straight up red. Red is not a very Eastery color. It's kind of too strong, I think, for Easter. It's not very springy. It's more of a Christmassy color. I can go a little bit darker though if I need to. Now I'm just going to paint around the edges and add a few extra little designs, and then I'll be done. It needs to dry, but then after it's dry, then it can be cut out and it will be finished. You can put it up as an Easter decoration to show people that you are celebrating Easter. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I will continue to keep making more ideas for you to make art at home.